Nah.
But that's exactly what I just said. I say he just added the powder.
Nah, the powder and the sugar is together already.
The powder, yes, but that's what I'm saying. When you add the powder, you're adding the sugar because it's all in there.
That is not how it sounded when you said that.
That is not what you talking about. It kind of sounded like, because I understand what Kev's talking about. The powder and the sugar, like you said, is already together. But when you said he just added the powder, it kind of make it sound like he added the powder and the sugar and put some more powder in there. That's what
Nah,
it sounded like he said.
to me, it sounded like you was trying to say I just took a regular pack of Kool-Aid and just put it in water with no sugar.
You're a serial killer if you do that shit. That shit is disgusting. I think you might catch AIDS if you do that. I'm not trying that shit.
That's like adding the milk before the cereal. So
Tony,
All right, I'm starting the podcast now. Yeah, we're not doing this. Y'all niggas gonna slander my name and shit.
shut up, Kevin.
Hello all, hello world. I'd like to welcome you back to the 13th episode of the Random Notes Podcast. Random music commentary with random parental horrors mixed with a lot of random banter. I'm your host, and as you could hear, we upped the production value a little bit. We got ourselves a little theme song courtesy to my boy Fanatic. I want everyone to go onto YouTube's, go onto the Spotify's, whatever DSPs you got, and go look up Fanatic. He has a new album out. Forgot what it's called. I got to do him some justice later. I hope he doesn't hate me. So, as I was saying, I'm your host, ToneZ, back yet again with my two co-hosts, Kev and Queen Reen Bean, whatever she wants to be called today. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? How y'all feel?
you see us, baby. We got intro music.
We got intro music now. Oh my God. Yo, how much did that cost us, you think?
Shit, at least. Shit.
That ain't cost us shit, right?
5-6 million at least.
Well, we're gonna see what's going on with that. We're gonna have to get into conversations. Nah, but for real though, he cool guy, Fanatic's a cool guy, and yeah, man, he got that shit for the free 99. We just gotta shout him out.
Salute.
So, yeah, it's all good. So what's going on? How was y'all week, man? Did y'all have anything interesting that, did y'all get into any altercations, fights, accidents? What's popping?
I mean, I was good. Pretty much school,
Yeah.
homework.
Oh, you
Kids
still in
climbing
school?
off of
All
me.
right, that's what's up.
No, not for me.
Nah, fuck with you. Nah, I know your kids. I know your kids got the school thing going on, and yeah, man, I'm pretty sure you're about ready to say fuck this. Send them ass back to school. If they catch it, they catch it.
We all gonna catch it.
I mean, that's what they're saying, right?
We all gonna catch it eventually. I feel like it's inevitable.
Well, I mean, that's a very bleak start to the podcast. I mean, I'm trying not to catch it. I mean, I'm still going out with my mask on. I'm still, damn near putting on goggles and shit. I think I might need a hazmat suit. I'm not going to listen. I'm trying to get stabbed with the vaccine before I actually catch this shit, to be honest with you.
Nah, I ain't fucking with that.
You ain't fucking with the vaccine?
Oh no.
You don't trust our government?
Yeah, right.
What, you about to go into one of the Tuskegee banter right now? I hear a lot of people saying Tuskegee whenever they say about this. I really don't even know why I brought that up because I don't even know what the fuck that is.
I do.
Uh-huh.
Real quick, they pretty much intentionally infected a large amount of black men with syphilis. But I do not distrust the government thinking this is that.
Okay.
What I trust is fast work with science. So I'm not thinking the government is about to try to poison us this way, because we already, like black people know, like, they never tried to hide trying to kill us, so they don't gotta fucking use the vaccine to do that. They do it all the time anyway.
No, you're absolutely right.
Is designed for that.
Ooh.
But
Woo.
I don't
Heat.
I don't think this is, oh, let's kill the black people.
This ain't
I
that.
think it's, oh, let's hurry up. And ain't nobody injecting me with the hurry up medicine.
All right. Like at all. Like you're not just gonna wait like a month or two or something like that, and then eventually get it.
When it comes to flu type vaccines, I don't get those. I'm an old school vaccinator. Like you ain't gonna catch me and my family with measles or mumps. But flu shots, because of how the flu works,
Okay.
I usually choose not to get it because they're ever mutating. So it's like
Yeah.
usually when you get the vaccine, what you're getting is the strand that we know about, and usually within
Mm.
a year to what, 18 months
Right. Right.
it
Right.
mutated. So what you're doing is putting in the strain that you probably already fought off at some point or managed to escape past. So I don't really do the flu shots and shit like that for that reason.
Oh, you're
People
absolutely
get
right.
flu shots because you're getting last year's strand.
Yep.
You
Yep.
get sick this year is because you're not vaccinated for this year. You're vaccinated for
For
last
last
year.
year. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So, yeah, we're not going to try to get into a deep dive with that right now. That's probably a good conversation that we could have like next week or something like that. You already know, but yeah, I like your idea. I like your spunk, kid, and that is something that we're definitely going to put on the docket. But how was your besides being an anti-vaxxer? How was your
Don't,
week?
no, please, never. I am not anti-vaxxer. I
Ev-
am very pro-vaxxer. I'm just
Everybody,
anti
tweet
some.
tweet Reen, Queen Bean Reen, or whatever her name is now. I gotta get your name correct. But tweet her, IG her, hashtag anti-vaxxer for life. We're gonna get this shit rolling because you
Yeah.
are an anti-vaxxer now. Don't care what you say. Don't give a fuck what you say. But how was your week besides that?
Oh,
You sound
that's
stressed already.
Oh
that
boy.
that's my answer for how was my week. Oh,
All right, all right. Well, I mean, I would love for you to elaborate just like a tad. You know.
I mean, yeah, let's see. Let's try to focus on the positive.
Okay. No, no,
Uh,
no.
I accomplished getting my son's hair done.
That's good.
Yes, for all of the natural and locked people out there,
Okay.
we've started our dreadlock journey,
Oh
and
shit.
it has been one
I'm in.
between testing out, different products and things like that. So we retwisted his hair this
Okay.
afternoon. Um, I had to, come home to get ready and do this stuff. So I didn't actually get to see the finished result. When I left, he was still, sitting under the dryer, but
Got you.
it looked good.
That's
Um,
actually interesting. By the way, hold on. Let me just interrupt you real quick.
mm,
Sponsors, everybody, anyone who's listening that's sponsor that wants to sponsor us that has any sort of money, this will be a great opportunity for y'all to plug anything. So, she needs a GoPro. Dreadlock Journey, her son could be a star. Send us a GoPro. We'll start putting some fucking YouTube videos of his dreadlock journey and shit like that. Support black businesses.
all
Anyway,
hair products, all natural hair products are welcome. We will review, and trust me, don't send me no trash product because I know trash product, and I will tell everyone that is a trash product.
Yeah,
but
y'all
hold
can
on.
send me. Y'all can send me some of those products too.
There you
I
go.
Matter
need
of
them too.
fact, before you send the product, send me the ingredient list on your products because we might not even need your product.
Listen, y'all can send me where the fuck y'all want to. I want all the trash products because I'm a flame y'all, and that will give us a lot more views. So send me everything. If they don't want that shit, I'm gonna light your ass up, and we gonna have a good time with that shit. I'm sorry for interrupting you. Anyways, as you were saying.
Oh no, and I somewhat did my hair. Yeah, but decent enough to go to work. Oh, while we're talking about it, everybody, and this one, I'll make a video for Tony to post.
Hmm.
So, people, I don't want to say it is good for chemically treated hair. I don't know. But men, ladies, humans with hair, natural hair, you gotta try this. I tried it. I love it. It's amazing.
Oh, wait. Hold on, wait. We're not giving free promo, are we?
No, no, no,
All right.
no.
All right, just making
If
sure.
anything, they can hit me up. I'll make it and sell it to them.
All right, got you, got you. All right, go ahead.
Much you take sweet potato. This is just black people information sharing to black people. You know,
All
we
right,
got to do.
all right, I got you, got you.
So you take a sweet potato, some olive oil, some honey, a little water, blend it till it's smooth, and you put it on your hair
Oh
as
shit.
a like a pre-wash conditioner.
Uh huh.
Oh my God. I'm gonna buy the stuff and make a video tomorrow.
And
That
It's
then
shit
amazing.
sound like a sweet potato pie recipe.
yeah, right. I was about to say. And then you
Uh,
squeeze, and then you
yo,
comb it out of your hair. You put it in a bowl. You mix it up real good. Put it in the oven for about 5, 10 minutes. Then serve it to your guests that you don't like.
and it can also be used on your skin.
Yo, that shit is hard, actually. Yo, I'm about to try that shit. Yo, also, oh
Put
man,
it in your beard, dead ass. Put it in your beard.
now the funny thing is, I kind of had like a home remedy shit like that for like my hair. It was like for waves and shit like that. It was like a mix up. I forgot what it was. I mix up like an egg and some like vinegar, some
Olive
shit like
oil.
that. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go. Egg and olive oil. Put that shit in your head. Kev knows about that shit. He's still spinning since high school, right?
Nah, I ain't spinning.
Not no more. You got
twist.
lazy.
Fam, I've been growing my hair since 2014.
Damn, niggas. Phew. We
You
need to go
don't
get a
remember
drink.
that with the twist things.
What'd you say about twist things?
He got like twist.
I
Oh,
don't
that's
got
right.
twist.
And he had twist.
I don't have twist.
How you just put twist on that man? What the fuck?
I said the last time I saw him, he had twist.
No, I didn't.
Yo,
You
who'd you see?
Mixing me up with some other big black guy.
Yo,
you have twist?
No,
Or did you ask me to twist your hair, something
I
like that?
asked, I asked you to, can you do it for me?
and you said no, and you just concocted this whole story about Kev having twist. Like you really just convinced yourself he had twist because you didn't twist his hair. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? This shit is crazy. Yo, this podcast is lit, bro. I don't know what y'all on today, but this one is the one. So, anyways, let's go to my day since no one cares about me and ask me how about my week
Oh,
was.
my fault. How
It's
was
very
your
fun.
day, sir?
Well, sir, let me
Your
let me
week,
tell you. Let me
sir?
tell you.
We only care about one day. It's a week.
No, you're absolutely right. All right, I'm gonna just say one thing. I don't want to get to my whole week and shit like that, but I'm gonna just say one thing. Being on call is a piece of shit, especially if you're on call with somebody that is like higher up in the hierarchy of your company. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm on call with with the CFO of my company. If people don't know what that is, that CFO is like Chief Financial Officer or
Officer.
operator or whatever, right? And that's like the second in charge, depending on what company you're in, right?
So you're pretty much on call by yourself.
Exactly, and that's some bullshit. Yo, I swear to God, he called me and woke me up yesterday, being like, "Oh, we need for you to do something." Like, I'm a computer engineer, right? So he's like, "Oh, we need for you to log into this person's network and do something and everything." I kid you not, it was putting a password into into a file that requires a password. Tell me why he couldn't do that. He called me today.
People didn't want to.
Yeah, he didn't
He
want
got
to.
you.
Cause he
He
got
woke
me.
up
That's
to
bullshit.
wake you up.
He woke me. Yo, he woke up to wake me up. He woke me up today. Said no. Number one, they put a on call. They put a ticket in last night, like at around 10 o'clock. I'm asleep. Number one, I'm not asleep, but to them, I'm asleep. You're not gonna fucking text me at 10 o'clock saying, "Yo, I need you to hop on something." I'm a single father.
Hey, yo.
Pause. Pause. I'm a single father, right? They expect me whole week, all weekend to just chill in the house and not do anything, not take my son anywhere, not like interact with him and shit like that. They wanted me to go somewhere. I mean, they wanted me to do something earlier today when I had to drop him off, when I had to drop my son off, and basically, like in the nicest of words, I'm like, when he hit me up, in the nicest of words, I'm like, oh, I'm on call by myself. I try to pretend like I didn't know that he was on call with me. He was like, nah, we're level 2. I'm a level 2, and since you're like level 1 or whatever, then you gotta, first you gotta take a look at it, then you escalate it to me. I'm like, number one, with everyone that I've been on call with before, whether it was level 2 or level 1 or whatnot, basically how it goes is if you see the ticket and whatnot, you can handle it. You don't let that shit just chill there while and try to get me while I'm just doing whatever, right? You see the shit, you handle the shit, boom. Not just fucking give it to me, but that's neither here nor there. My week's been shit because of that, but making a whole lot of moves. We're about to flood. We're about to flood the streets with a couple things. I got a podcast with my son coming out. Probably at the same time it is. So it's gonna be a race to the finish a little bit. And go check that podcast out. It's gonna be called the Tiny and Tones podcast. I already plugged this one in there. And yeah, black fathers and black sons doing black things, talking about video games and life and shit like that. But
Support that.
support that, please. Please support that. And also support us. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama so your mama can tell your bald headed aunt. And we can do our thing. Anyways, moving along. This week, right? DJ Academics and Meek. Now, don't know if our viewers know what's going on, but Meek don't like Academics. Academics don't like Meek. Meek Mills we're talking about. They got on the chatty house, right? Or chat room or whatever the fuck they got on. What's it called? Clubhouse?
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse application. And they finally kind of had like a heart to heart. I mean, that's not. I mean, that's not what exactly you would call it, because if you listen to it, you already know there was no heart involved there. But it's been festering for a long time, and it finally came to a head. I feel like if they were in the same room, it would have came to blows. Most likely, Meek would have hit Academics. It would have been a problem, and Academics would have called the cops. So I'm glad that they aren't or weren't in the same room. So what do we feel about conversations like this, and what especially a hood nigga versus a nigga that just hides behind a keyboard, hides behind a screen, talk shit? And do we even feel like this conversation needs to be had? Like, what was the point of this?
I feel like
question to ask.
Go ahead.
For background information.
Go ahead.
Didn't Meek just have a baby like 6 months or less?
Did he?
Yeah, he had a baby not too long ago.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, at the end of the day, my biggest question is, why the fuck are you arguing with any fucking body about anything? Like, you just had a fucking baby. Sit the fuck down and like make sure your baby mom, girlfriend, wife don't have postpartum depression. Can we focus on important shit?
Nah, that's Meek Mill. He get to tweet and do what he do.
The Twitter fingers.
I'm sorry, I just had to ask that real quick. Go ahead.
No,
I don't know. I feel like Meek. I listened to the conversation, and Meek was sounding mad, like unintelligent. Like he was playing both sides of the fence for like the whole conversation. Like you're gonna tell. Like his whole issue was like he feel like Academics helped to escalate like street shit.
right. Got you. Do you agree with
Like,
that?
for example, like the King Von and
Quando
the
Rondo.
other nigga, yeah, Quando Rondo shit. He'll post like shit from both of them,
Okay.
and Meek feel like that's escalating like their beef.
I mean, it
Which
is, isn't it?
bullshit. No,
It's not?
because he just reposting what they post. They're posting it themselves. Like he's reposting it. It's no different than the Shade Room or.
So pretty, he just needs someone to blame.
Yeah, he just likes to hear himself talk, I think. But like, as far as me saying like he was playing both sides, like he feels like Academics is using his platform to escalate or incite violence.
Is he not?
And then on the other hand, to me, no. Because
Okay.
he's just reposting what these people are posting on their pages already.
Okay.
So that, on one hand, he feels like that, and then on the other hand, he's trying to say, "Oh, like DJ Academics, like nobody needs you, like you're unimportant. You got 2 billion followers, like you can't do nothing." Fam, if you feel like he can't do nothing for you, why are you mad?
Nah, that makes perfect sense.
You a quote unquote.
Go ahead, Rain.
Like if he feel like he's a quote unquote big dog, because that's the word he used. I'm a big dog in the shit. I don't need you for nothing.
Yeah.
What's your problem with him? Like,
Oh yeah, you
Like
make
you
perfect
sound
sense.
crazy. You
You make
sound
perfect sense.
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we. All right, Meek has been in the public like he's been a rapper for like forever, right? I mean, we know about this. That's his whole mo. Like that's why he got into the beef with Drake and whatnot. He's like, oh man, you didn't post my album, so now I'm gonna dish you and shit like that, right? That's why he got into that whole
But
shit.
according to him, he
Hmm.
don't need nobody. He don't need academics to do that for. So what is your issue? Like he's so into trying to sound like a big mob boss or whatever. Like he's
Yeah,
Yeah,
sounding foolish.
go
You
ahead,
don't
Rain.
need him. What you mad at him for? Like let him do him.
I,
If his platform is so small and
Insignificant,
irrelevant,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
insignificant, like you shouldn't be mad if you above him.
Nah,
Like
you.
what's your problem? Like he was sounding stupid.
You make a good point, right? But I'm gonna just play devil's advocate here, right? Is he not like all right? You say that he's not like inciting the whole shit and whatnot, but I feel like I don't know how big Shade Room's whole how big their platform is, but
Huge.
huge, right? Is it huger than academics?
Yes.
I would say so because I know about Shade Room and I didn't know about academics.
Okay, all right. So I mean, maybe that makes my whole point
I
like
don't
moot, I
follow
guess.
e- I don't follow either, but I've
Uh huh.
heard of
You
it.
heard the Shade Room. All right, I got you. So you feel like people are picking on academics because he's an easy target, and no one can really like point
And
out
people
who the
people think he corny, so they're gonna pick on him. It's like, fam, if he's insignificant, like leave him alone.
just let
Like
him do his thing.
all he doing is
I
reposting
get
shit
what
that these
you're
people
saying.
post.
It's like if you having that moment where you need to feel hard. So instead of going up to the real hard nigga, you go up to the nigga that you feel like can't really defend themselves, and that was Meek Mill's moment.
Exactly, and that's what academics was trying to explain to him.
Got you.
But Meek Mill was on his tough guy shit. Like lucky, like the most, because it was 21 Savage was on the call. It
Hmm.
was Meek Mill, somebody else, and Ack.
Got you.
If it wasn't for like 21 Savage was like the mediator. Like
Yeah, he was
I
definitely.
feel like I feel
It's because
like
he's
him and
British.
Ack. I, I feel like 21 Savage and academics could have had a conversation like on their own without Meek, because Meek was just steady worried about sounding tough or sounding
Yeah.
like a boss. Like if you're gonna talk and you trying to handle an issue, like handle it. There's no need for the you ain't shit. I don't need you. Like fam, nobody wants to hear that.
I mean, as we heard from the recording, he wasn't there to try to solve anything. I think he said like he said that, right? Like, oh, like he said I don't need you and all that shit when I think 21 was like, yo, so can this be resolved? If it can't be resolved, then there's no point in this us having this powwow. And
So
that's
what is
what
he? What is he on the call for? Like what is he trying to get
to
accomplished?
get his shit off, like you said.
Like to get what off? If
to
he's insignificant, like leave him alone. Like he can't do nothing to
I
you.
feel like he just had he had like he had to he had to get his shit off. Like sometimes you just need to get your shit off, right? You need like I don't like that nigga, and since you're never ever gonna be in the same space as me, this is me telling you that you ain't shit. Niggas can't get that shit off now.
He telling him that, but what is that gonna do? Like that just makes you look mad.
Nah, it does
It
make
does.
him look mad.
And,
It made
and
him look bad to the intelligent people, but it made him feel good to himself.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess it made him feel good. I mean, at the end of the day,
Or he thought he was gonna feel good.
right? I don't know.
Yeah,
We
but
don't know if he felt good or not.
another thing he was doing, like he was talking about academics using his platform to like bash people, and academics are saying, "Yo, if somebody talk about me on their page, they're using their platform to bash him. So why?
Yeah,
How come when he retaliate using his platform, it's a problem?" And Meek Mill just didn't. I don't know. He didn't comprehend that shit.
yeah. Yeah, that
I
makes
doubt
sense.
that. It sounds like he just straight don't like him. And sometimes with people, sometimes people aren't okay with saying, yo, I don't know why I don't like this nigga. I just don't. So they start coming up with stupid, when people start coming up with stupid reasons why, like, if you just don't like him and is trying to justify it with anything but the fact that, like, he just don't like him.
That's a fact. If you just don't like the nigga for whatever reason, just say that. Like, but you trying to make up reasons, like you just make yourself look foolish.
I mean, niggas don't like act for like the same reason though. Like he got problems with Vic Mensa, what the fuck his name is, for the same exact like Vic Mensa feels exactly the same as Meek Mill. So if we're saying that like all of these rappers feel the same way about Act, that he's perpetuating street shit, being an inside nigga and just putting them on his platform and making shit, bigger than it is, then is that not validating what they're trying to say about him?
But why is it a problem when he does it?
Isn't that what the news does? Isn't that what TMZ does?
He's Yo, this is what I don't understand.
Added him for being a Instagram reporter?
Yo,
basically.
This is what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna post something on your page that might be incriminating, like once you post something on the internet, it's on the internet. Like, regardless if you delete it or not, like once you post that shit,
someone downloaded.
It's there forever.
Yeah.
So you can't get mad at him for reposting something you posted. If you ain't wanna, if you change your mind and maybe you ain't wanna post it, maybe you shouldn't have went to the internet with this shit.
Also, what Meek was saying too in the beginning of that whole argument, in the beginning of that whole situation, he was basically saying, you only post Philly niggas, like you never post any Philly niggas. No, you don't post underground Philly niggas, nothing. But as soon as that Philly nigga says something bad about me, that's when you post him. So he was also saying that shit.
Yo, he didn't post.
Maybe he don't like none of the Philly niggas.
Yo, you know what? Like he just don't listen, because Act explained himself. He said that he don't post nothing like directly relating to somebody dissing him. He posted a Philly artist that just happened to diss him before, but he only posted that artist because he was offered money to post him.
Oh, got you.
He didn't post something of somebody dissing Meek Mill.
Got you. So it's not like he posted a diss video towards Meek Mill. He didn't post that shit.
No, he just posted an artist, and the artist just so happened
to have diss Meek Mill.
Yeah, before, but he didn't post nothing about the artist dissing Meek Mill.
This sounds like the ego of a sad, broken man.
This nigga mad emotional. Like, he always do this shit. Wale ain't tweet his album. He was telling Wale, fuck you. Like, this nigga like a fucking...
God, he needs a fucking hug, yo.
Yeah,
he like an adopted child. Every time somebody don't do something he goes fucking crazy and go on Twitter rant. It happened to Wale. It happened with fucking Drake.
Yup.
When's his birthday?
Nigga, I don't know.
I'm Googling that.
Google that shit. Yeah, Google that shit and come back with that.
Man, he still do it with Nicki Minaj. Like, the nigga mad emotional.
Oh yeah, he was about to fight her husband in like
he wasn't about
Fifth Ave or some shit.
You've seen the video.
100%. So moving along from that Meek Mill situation, I guess the moral of the story is he got emotional.
Stop being corny.
Stop being a corny nigga.
Stop
especially
being a corny billion.
There you go. And fuck the Philadelphia Eagles. All right. So on from that, Kid Cudi just dropped a new album, right?
He's a Taurus, the bull.
Yeah, my mom's a Taurus, so I know how that shit
he needs to stop with that bullshit.
Stop with that bullshit. So apparently that's a good segue, because you think Kid Cudi's album's bullshit, right?
Yes.
It's not my vibe.
Not your vibe? Nah, you said that album's bullshit?
I did not like it at all.
Really? I really like that album. Maybe it's because it's my vibe, it's my type of shit and whatnot, all that humming and melodic bullshit. I actually really like it. So, I mean,
Suicidal.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I would call it, the Suicide album.
The Suicide album. God damn.
I needed a nurse.
Oh, god damn. Well, apparently y'all don't listen to like Cudi at all, huh?
No, I like Day and Night.
Yeah, that was a good song 10 years ago.
Word, but that
It
was
was
like so
right.
long ago.
Yeah, that was literally a decade ago. That was on Man on the Moon 1, and yeah, wild long ago. But yeah, since we don't have a Kid Cudi deep dive, I would say that I love that fucking album. It got a couple of standout tracks that I put on a playlist. I'm not gonna cut myself to it. Not saying that that's funny or anything. Shout outs to people that cut themselves. Please don't.
Please
People
don't.
people love you, and don't take this album as a call to don't get your don't get yourself depressed listening to this album. Don't
No, like
don't get
if
yourself.
you listen, there's always Bruno Mars. There's always Bruno
Oh
Mars.
my god, I hate that 24 Karat Magic song. I hated that fucking song. How
You
did? Oh my
listen,
god.
it will uplift somebody.
You right, but it could uplift somebody to the top floor to jump off. That shit was trash. I hate that song. It won Song of the Year. It was just some poppy, stupid bullshit. But that's neither here nor there. Yeah, don't hurt yourself listening to music or watching movies or playing video games, and don't let yourself get into that particular mindset. I know it's easy to say, but if you need someone to talk to, holla at Rain. She's always available to talk and talk you down from that ledge. All right. So I mean, that's
And
the.
if I don't answer, stay on the ledge till I call back.
There
It
you
will
go.
save your life
Hundred
because I'm
percent.
I answer.
100%. All right, so we don't even have to go into a deep dive of that album. It's not for
It's projected to
everybody.
sell. It's projected to sell well. I mean, it's gonna do over 100,000.
Over 100,000. That's pretty good. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's big news.
projected.
Projected. How did Meg's album do when that shit came out? Good news. That shit did like 103 or some shit, right?
And I think it did like 110.
Is that a flop? Is that a flop because she was projected to do like 200, right?
I don't think she was projected to do no damn 200, but I think that's good.
I mean, that's good. Is it though? I mean, like she had a big fucking hit with that Savage song, especially with the Beyonce
Okay, this
remix.
is the thing. Like, how many streams equal an album sale?
You see, that algorithm and that whole everything is really weird. That equation is weird because I think like it takes into consideration how much of the song was listened to, how many times it was listened to it, at what point did you turn it off, or what point did you
Yeah.
come into it.
And
It's really weird.
of course, none of that is gonna be in favor of the artist.
Nah, 100% not. Nah, of course not. Why? Because they're not trying to give the artists what they're
Money.
worth. Yeah, they're not trying to do that shit. That's why what's his face, Russ, I think he's a millionaire off of just SoundCloud and merchandising. And that's completely like that's not he doesn't get everything obviously because I'm pretty sure he has a manager and everything, but he gets a way bigger percentage than someone with a machine with the backing of a machine gets, of the industry.
It's all
So
in how you conduct your business.
that's true. And he hustled crazy. I think he put a song out every day for like 2 years or some shit.
Yo, that's why you gotta do it like that sometimes.
100%. Especially if you're independent, you have to bet on yourself, right? And that even goes for us, anyone trying to make it, because we're independent right now, and we just have to believe in ourselves, and all that other corny rainbows and lollipop shit. But it's the truth, because you put in the time, you put in the work. Eventually, if you have enough work, if you have good enough work ethic and good enough skill and the talent, obviously, you'll go far and you'll make it. So and
Yeah.
yeah, don't kill yourself. Um, there's
But
a mhm.
in these times, I think pretty much anything from like 50 to like 80 or 90,000 sales is decent.
Wait,
Anything,
50?
yeah.
50? I don't know. Like it depends on
Well,
who you are,
listen,
though.
we not selling. They're not selling really physical CDs anymore.
Right.
So with
You're
with the,
getting people to pay for shit they can listen to for free, so you technically winning. Because I'm gonna be honest, I do not pay for music.
Not even streaming, nothing.
Nothing.
Damn, Spotify's like $7. You all right? Do we need to start a GoFundMe?
My Spotify is free.
I don't know. Like, I'm just at the point now where, like, why am I paying for anything that I could get for free?
Nah, you're absolutely right. You sound like a pirate. That's some pirate shit.
I will admit I fucking love pirates.
Yeah, you're right. I be doing my shit too, but you know, Fed's listening, so I don't know what you're talking about. I love Jack Sparrow as well, and Pirates of the Caribbean is a great movie franchise.
About. I don't like pirating. I actually I do feel bad to some degree. That's why I watch the ads, you know, that's why they're there.
Wait, time out.
What's up?
Do you watch ads?
Yeah, I don't watch ads. Wow. Ad block plus is a thing that you need to get on.
Time out. You watch ads?
Like you just sit there like, maybe I should switch my cell phone carrier.
This is why, when I be on YouTube, this is why I love premium. Because like,
you pay for YouTube premium?
Why wouldn't you pay for YouTube premium?
Oh shit!
Because word pay is in that sentence.
That's fam.
You can close your phone screen and listen to shit.
Do you have an iPhone?
Yes.
Because I could do that shit on Android anyway. I mean, like, what are you doing with your life?
Having an iPhone.
That shit is crazy.
Listen, the worst part about not having premium is like
all the ads.
They do this double ad shit.
They bombard that
ad,
shit.
And then you get another ad right after.
Yeah, you get an ad, you get another ad, and depending on how long the video is, there's a couple ads like at certain parts in the video. Fucking horrible.
Fam. Like sometimes, like I'll be listening from like a Bluetooth.
Yeah.
And like I'll be like, all right, I ain't gonna run to my phone and change this ad. I'm gonna just let it play. It'll be fam. This ad was like
don't want forever,
half, dog.
You have to press skip on some of these ads too.
The ad was an hour and a half.
Skip them, but
the ad was an hour and a half.
I'm gonna tell you what made me real mad.
The ad was an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. I'm listening to it. I'm like, yo, bro, why am I listening to this?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead.
Infomercials, like.
Yeah, basically.
Commercial.
I mean, all right. I'm gonna be honest with you. What really, grinds my gears is that I was listening to a podcast last week, and there was an ad in front of the shit, and I'm like, we don't get paid for this. Don't put ads on we didn't monetize our shit yet. So why you putting an ad? Like you put an ad in front of our shit, and that shit free.
Our thing.
Yeah, there was an ad before our podcast started from something else. Yeah, we don't get that shit.
I didn't get an ad.
I know you didn't, Mr. YouTube Premium. I don't pay for YouTube Premium, so there was an ad in front of our shit, and that's ridiculous.
Oh no, so that means YouTube Premium gotta pay us then.
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, I gotta talk to the Googles and the YouTubes because they owe us money for that ad. Don't put any type of advertisement in front of our content without paying us. This is some bullshit.
How many ads did that how many views did that ad get?
Well, I think we're hovering around 200 views right now. On that particular episode, that's episode 12. Everybody, reality versus their reality. Go check that shit out if y'all haven't got a chance to do so yet. But yeah, that's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't like that shit. And we have another topic right here. My son has actually been asking for me to get him an iPhone. Now, this has been going on since last Christmas. And he's 11 right now. I'm not thinking about getting him an iPhone. He has an iPad already, and I don't think that he needs a phone. But given this day and age, as soon as he starts walking home from school, mind you, I didn't have a cell phone until I was already in high school. Until he starts walking home from school and going by himself and shit like that, that's when I think I'm going to get him a phone. Not beat for it right now. How do y'all feel about getting y'all kids phones, and when do you think is an appropriate time for a kid to have one?
I'm with you on the alone. I feel like children that are under adult supervision don't need a phone. I'm not calling a 6-year-old. That makes no sense.
That's a fact. How old's your oldest?
I'm calling the adults you're with to speak to them. And then, of course, I'm going to be like, okay, now put my kids on the phone. Mm-hmm. But, kids don't, it sets up a whole wrong mind state, especially because they really be talking about this is my phone. Like, I work in a high school and I hear them say the phrase my phone. You have no money. Like, I be trying to explain to children that they own nothing. They're borrowing our toys and phone. Like,
Uh-huh.
this is all our shit. We're letting you use it.
These
You
are
didn't
facts.
pay for it. Like, so yeah, nah, the kids and the phone, and phones are addictive. Like, people don't realize that, like, yo, take a teenager's phone away, they dead go through withdrawal.
Yeah,
Like,
they
and I'm
do.
not saying this being like funny. Like, it's scary to me.
They do, yeah.
And why
100%.
would you start that addiction at such a young age when you as the parent are the controlling factor and you have the choice?
100%. 100%. That
Well,
there
that's because. Sorry.
No, no, I was just about to say there's a bigger conversation within that I don't want to get too much into. That's a topic for another day for another podcast. But the top I was actually having this conversation with my son in the car. Basically the conversation is the differences between generational things, and it's harder for us to understand what they go through because we didn't see the internet until we didn't see phones, we didn't see the internet, we didn't see none of that shit until we was damn near already adults. But they are growing up with that. I think they're the first generation that they're called the iGen generation, right? The first generation, Generation Z, that had throughout their whole entirety of their life, they've had the internet. We were the
Yeah,
last
they
generation.
only know technology.
Yeah,
Like, they never
exactly.
have to wait.
Exactly. So we had like to me, I don't know if this is true, but we had like Game Boys and shit like that growing up at a young age. I don't know if the phone would be equivalent to our Game Boys and shit. So, but I don't want to get into that conversation right now. That we could do that next week. Um, Kev, how do you feel about kids? Your however many kids you have having a phone.
No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Nah, but go ahead. Go ahead.
Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't have a problem. I mean, my daughter has an iPad,
Uh huh.
and I guess I don't know. She just likes to be able to like call her grandparents or her mom or like FaceTime me. Like I could be at work and I get a FaceTime like from her. So I mean, it's inevitable. Like they know the technology. It's just how you monitor them with it.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like
Yeah, but
I would never just leave my kid like with the iPad and be like, "Here, rock out." Like
Right. Got you.
that's not
Got you.
happening.
Ren, you was about to say something?
like you said with the liking to call people, that's true. But like you said, she has an iPad. But like, kids can still don't need a phone to call nobody. They have tablets and shit. But
Right.
also, like, if a kid, like, let's say a phone call wants to be made, yo, all they need to do is be like, mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, I want to call. At the end of the day, at that age, the adult they're with should know who they're about to call and be talking to anyway. Like,
Right.
I don't know, and maybe I'm a little old school, but ain't no 6, 7, 8, I don't know, even 9-year-old about to be picking up a phone and just calling anybody, and I don't know who they're talking to.
Right.
Oh
Nah.
yeah, but I mean, there's apps and stuff to like even with my daughter's iPad, like the shit got like geolocation on there, so I know where she at with it.
Mhm.
You know, if I'm not around her, like
You see,
and like she
But
can't order nothing, and
you can
if
see
she
her with nobody, like it's good it has that, but at the
mhm.
end of the day, you know where she's at with or without that damn iPad.
yeah yeah
Right. Right. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be completely honest with y'all. I think the fact that I'm not trying to get my son a phone right now is strictly from the fact that I'm cheap, right? I'm cheap. I don't feel like paying his phone bill or paying for $1,200 for iPhone 12 Max Pro or whatever the fuck they got, and I don't see the point in it.
why would you get him that? That's the most expensive one.
Exactly, or whatever phone he wants. I just don't see the point in it right now. I don't think it's a security issue or privacy issue because, like Kev said, they got apps to where you could call somebody anyway. You could FaceTime somebody through that app, and you could FaceTime somebody through Google, Gmail and shit like that. Like they got all that same stuff on the iPad and stuff. I just don't like my whole thing is my son got an iPad, right? He's not going out by himself yet. So it's like, what am
He
I
doesn't.
paying? Yeah, he doesn't need a phone. He got his iPad that does the same exact things that a phone does, and I pay for Wi-Fi. So if you get access to Wi-Fi, you can call your mom or Mima or whomever you want to, or your friends, whomever you want to call
Your
through.
mom, Mima too.
Yeah, 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 he does. Yep, 100%.
My mother's Mima.
Oh, see, this
Yeah,
is the Mima cast.
look at this bonding moment.
So yeah, I mean, he got everything he needs. He don't need a phone. I'm cheap as hell. He'll get a phone when he goes off into the wild for adventures from wherever the hell wherever the hell he wants to, from high school, from middle school. As soon as he's off by himself, boom, that's when we get a family plan. That's when you get your little iPhone 3 or whatever. I ain't getting the 12, but
It's all the three.
Word.
Yo,
Gotta
it's,
get
it's all
started phone. You gotta have a starter
it's
phone.
situational. Like depending on your situation, like you said, your son don't go anywhere. He with you. You don't need a
100%.
phone. But if
Exactly.
it's a situation to where your kid is out or whatever,
hmm
you might
hmm
need a phone. It's situational.
As soon as they go out by themselves, that's when he gets a phone. But as soon, when he's with his mother or when he's with my mother, they got phones. If I need to reach them, yo,
Exactly.
yep, exactly. So they don't need no phones yet. I hope y'all kids ain't asking for phones yet. If they do, then there's no
Let's
reason for them to
not.
have one.
They're definitely asking for the phones. I hope that y'all are out here being a parent and not their friend and looking right in their face and saying
And saying no,
no.
because it makes no sense. It's literally, if you ask them logically to explain why they need a phone, they'll tell you every single reason. They'll tell you every single function that their iPad or whatever pad device does. They don't need a phone. They just want to say that
And
they
it
have a
doesn't
phone.
matter if they're getting straight A's, because guess what? One, they're supposed to get straight A's,
Yeah,
and
that's their
two,
job.
children.
Exactly.
If
They
you
don't need
put your
phones.
money on something monthly, put them in a class, get them in like soccer or some shit,
hmm
so they don't end up obese.
Yep. 100%. Let's do
That's
that.
that's another problem we have. That's another episode.
No, that's definitely another episode, another another conversation for another day. But um, we do have one more topic. We'll save the very last one for next week or something like that. Y'all could know about that next week because we're rounding on the hour mark and we're trying to stay within an hour because we don't want to hold your guys' attention for that long. So this Kevin Samuels guy. Now, this guy just burst onto the scene last week. I think the kids are calling it viral. He went viral. He was telling some lady that she's not good enough. I wouldn't say not good enough. He didn't say it in those words, but in so many words, paraphrasing, he says that you don't deserve the
No, he didn't say
$100 million guy.
deserve.
Excuse me.
He didn't say deserve.
What
He
he say?
just
No, I
said
said
she.
paraphrasing. I'm paraphrasing. But
She.
go ahead. What did he say?
Didn't say she just wasn't going to get. Not that she doesn't necessarily deserve.
Okay, well, yeah. He says that you're not gonna get $100 million 6 foot,
Hundred
model
thousand,
type
hundred,
guy.
100,000.
What I say?
A six-figure
You said
man.
100 million.
Oh, 100 million. Well, she's definitely not. Nigga, if she can't get 100,000, the 6 million is out the 100 million is out the question. All right. Basically, he's saying that you don't, because she feels like she deserves that, and he said, no, nah, don't think so. You gotta aim low a little bit. So, how do we feel about that?
I feel
Yo,
like you can want whatever you want. It's your preference.
Got you. S- Quick, precise, to the point.
I'm saying, like, ain't nothing wrong with wanting what you want.
Nah, you
You
right.
can have
there,
your preference.
Kevin, and you're right. But now, just for this specific lady,
Mhm.
I saw a lot of ish. I think women are gonna be upset when I start talking now.
Go ahead. Do I
But
have to cape? Do I have to
some,
cape for the women?
sometimes the truth is the fucking truth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the first see, I don't think this woman, see, a lot of times, like, we try to only blame, like, people with a problem try to always blame somebody else, right?
Accountability
So
issues,
this
yes.
has a problem, right? Because I don't like to always say men and
Wait,
women.
hold on. What's her problem? What's her problem? We don't know her problem.
So her
Act like
problem is she don't understand why she can't get a 6-figure man, right?
Got you.
But
No, wait. I don't think it was a 6-figure man. It was her particular type of 6-figure man. That's what I'm saying. A handsome nigga.
No, she never really got specific. She just was. So listen.
Ahead,
I took hella notes because this bitch blew my mind.
So, all right, let's go. Get a deep dive.
So she starts off, right. The whole episode ain't even about relationship advice. She bombards her way onto the show. Lie. So this is like, you lie to get on the show.
Right.
Dude still is like, I'ma help you, right? Now she's talking about that she wants a man on her quote unquote level, but she's talking about a financial level. Then she's like, the type of men that she dates are always trying to join onto her business and don't have a business yet, blah, blah, blah. But she's only talking about a financial level, but the men that she's talking about aren't on the type of mental level that she thinks she's on, because she ain't on that level neither. Then she's like,
you brought the smoke, all right.
So she wants a 6-figure man,
okay,
but she don't want. Oh, no. I'm gonna get back to that after. So then she goes that it sounds like what her real issue is she keeps getting men that are like kind of using her. Okay. But what she don't realize is, let's say she do get a 6-figure man. Just because a man's rich don't mean he can't use you in other ways. So she's kind of crazy and needs to get that shit fixed.
Okay, got you.
Then she's like, when he asked her what she could bring to the table, he said,
I am the table.
She didn't say that. The first thing she said was she could help him with his business. But literally the first thing she complained about the men she was dating were that they were offering to help with her business. So now what she brings to the table is exactly what she's complaining about other men doing.
Wait, hold on. This is what happened? I didn't catch none of that. What video was watching?
Then she was her other thing that she brought to the table was and just to add, I feel like what a lot of women aren't realizing is especially a man with money, like at the end of the day, he don't care if you got money or not.
Facts.
Because he got money.
Facts.
Like so bitch, his business is good. He don't need your help. He want to know, like, are you gonna be there when he's fucking sad? Are you gonna like cook the shit that makes him happy? Like, anyway, moving on. So now she's like, the other thing she said she brought to the table was planting. And then the other thing she said,
that's important. Hold on, wait. She said planting. I just want to point it out that we was talking about gardening and planting last podcast. So this is yet another occurrence of, people just stealing from our podcast. I just want to point that out. Please go ahead.
And now don't get me wrong, as someone who enjoys gardening too, that's like a interesting, cool thing about you, but bitch, that's not really something you bring to the table unless like the man you're marrying is a farmer. What the fuck? And then she said the other thing that she brought to the table was self-improvement.
So you telling me this ficus don't count?
What?
So you telling me this ficus don't count?
Unless like
this herb
y'all
tree,
can live off of it. Nah.
I mean this cactus. Nah, I can't. So you telling me I can't bring this fern to the table?
Nah, it'll look nice on the table, is what I'm saying. That's about it.
Well, I can't bring it to the table. This is not what I'm offering the relationship.
It's just a table ornament. That's all.
Damn. All right. So I don't want to plant no more.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
What is wrong with holding yourself in high regard?
Wait, I'm not done. Please, just let me finish. And then I promise, because I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just pointing out specifically because this woman is complaining about certain shit, but then when the man is breaking down to her, so then now, and these are also ugly truths that I have to look at myself.
Right.
So me and her situation aren't exactly the same because I live more in reality than she does.
Right.
But like, so she's 35, her son is 13, and she got a totally warped view of relationships and dating. So like, don't get me wrong, Kevin. I agree with you that you should have a standard and stick to it. But with having standards and sticking to it, you need to be realistic in what's going on around you. So for example, I have certain standards and things that I will expect if I ever get into another relationship. But I also have to understand that I'm a 32-year-old black woman with 2 children. So the chances of me getting that are slim to fucking none.
Man, I feel like everybody got kids that's over 30.
No, right. But you have to also understand you've never been a black
Some people
woman.
ain't gonna want
Black women with or without children, we're the most undesired women, period.
Shit.
Even with black men. Then you have to account most people, they don't want to raise somebody else's fucking kids. Then so there's a lot of fact, and I'm not saying, oh, no man want to date me or I'll never meet anybody. I just have to personally understand that certain things in my life are going to be a little rougher.
I don't got no problem with raising somebody else's kids. That's not my issue with single mothers. Not saying I do, but when I wasn't in a long committed loving relationship with my fiance, it seems like I said before, it seems as if whenever I dealt with a single mother, it was always an issue with like babies. Like I like spontaneity. I like to be able to say, yo, I'm here. Like, yo, come outside. We could go to the Bronx or whatever and get a chimichanga or whatever like that. Just something mad quick. If it's just one too many, nah, I can't cause, my baby father didn't come pick the kid up and I thought he was, or I can't find a babysitter. That to me, I'm not trying to offend anybody. That's kind of like a turnoff. I'm like, all right, so
and now and these are things that I think about in the back of my head.
But fam, that can be you. You got a kid too.
Yeah, exactly. That could be me. That could be me. So I can understand why, if number one, I've never had a problem with any of the girls I was dating and shit like that. I guess that's just because I got like a better support system than a lot of, other single parents and shit like that. But that's their right. Like if they want to fuck with me because I can't find, I gotta keep my son this weekend or something like that, or I can't come out because I got my boy, and that's perfect. That's perfectly fine. No skin off my back. I'm not gonna start, calling up a dating guru and being angry about that shit and being like, yo, what is this? What is this? And
that's what the problem was in this situation. She wasn't accepting the fact that you gotta respect people's right. You can want what you want, but you gotta respect people's right not to want you back.
Right, and that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing with that. That's the whole thing with It's funny because they created memes about New York guys in the summer with bad bitches walking by and they saying like, yo, what up, ma? And then they get rejected. Then they say, oh man, yo, fuck you, blah blah blah, and shit like that. Like that's kind of the same thing here. Like they
have had that happen more than one time to me, and not just in New York.
Well, exactly. See, it's the dealing with rejection thing. A lot of people don't know how to deal with rejection and shit. And I feel like that only happens if the person that's getting rejected feels, number one, two things. Number one, they feel like they're entitled to whomever they feel like they're entitled to. And number two, they're looking at it from not from a perspective in which they're not the hunter. I feel like if you have enough options, you're not gonna get mad at the person that just rejected you. That's cool. I'm just gonna go to the next person. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like they have an abundance mindset. I'm not gonna get mad over you. I'm just going to the next person because you might not like me, but the next person might. And I don't care if it's 100 people down the next person line. Eventually, I will find somebody that accepts me for who I am and shit like that. Now, the problem, like I said before, the problem with this woman is not saying that females have a problem or anything like that. I'm just giving my
No,
opinion.
this woman.
This woman, the problem with her is both of the things in which I just said. She feels like she's entitled to whomever she feels like she's entitled to, and that's perfectly fine. You could feel that way. But if you're gonna feel entitled, you also have to be the hunter. You have to create enough options for yourself to, if you're gonna feel entitled and this person is not, this person doesn't want you, that's cool. I'm gonna find the next person. She's sitting around feeling like this $100 million, $100,000 nigga is gonna just fall in her lap, and that's not gonna that. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen for everybody. Not even for guys, because guys, we gotta go out. We
And
gotta, we have to approach. We have to approach females, and if you're the approachee, if you're instead of the approacher, if you're the approachee, unfortunately, you're cutting down all of your options to the people who want to approach you.
yeah.
So
And
that's
just
the
to
problem.
add, he asked her, how many six-figure men do you know? And she didn't even know any. So, advice to
Mm,
all people, if you're trying to meet a certain person, you got to be where those kind of people are
mm,
at. So,
exactly.
like, you not gonna meet a six-figure dude most likely chilling at
Hmm,
like the bar in your hood. Like, you gotta go hang out on Wall Street, bitch.
100%.
Take your
Yes.
last
There you
take
go.
your last $30, get cute, put on your best fucking shoes,
That's a
and
good
just sit
point.
at the bar. Okay?
That's a good
Like,
point. That's a good point.
you
I didn't even
can't
think of that.
like you're not gonna, if you like musicians, you're not gonna meet them at, the soccer field. You gotta
100%.
start going to concerts.
100%. And number one, I just want to point out. I just want to point out that you might meet a musician at the soccer field, and you might
That's
meet,
that,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
and you might, but yeah,
Statistically,
I'm just
you
trying to
gotta
I'm just
hang
trying to
out.
broaden it out. Yeah, like you might meet a musician at the soccer field. You might meet a $100 million or $100,000
You
six
get
figure
to
nigga
go
out in the
dating.
street, but you would increase your chances if you make yourself available in the particular market that you are looking for, that you're trying to make yourself available to. So you're absolutely right. You're not gonna find, um, well, 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna find your Nubian African queen if you're going to rock concerts. So if you want to find your beautiful Nubian African queen, you go to Pan African festivals. You go to you go to the hair festival or whatever that's in that the Afro festival that's in Brooklyn every year. You make yourself available to the people that you're trying to attract in the place that is packed with the most volume of them. Exactly, and that's what I used to teach. That's funny that you bring that up because that's what I used to teach when I was a life coach. If you want Asian girls, you don't go to low. You don't go to the Bronx. You don't go to the Bronx if you're trying to meet an Asian girl. You go to Koreatown. You go to Chinatown. If you want Dominican girls, you go to where the Dominican girls are. You go to the Heights. You go to Dykeman.
Exactly.
You don't go
You
to
get you get yourself a nice hookah.
ex. That's. I think we could close the motherfucking podcast off for that shit because that's a great fucking point. You make yourself available to whom you want to make yourself available to. To what you're looking for, you make yourself available there, and that's the moral of everything. Someone tag her, please, because you hanging out. If you're hanging out in fucking Dykeman, most likely you're not gonna meet $100,000 nigga. You're gonna meet
That's
Pedro.
making legal money. You might meet you
Exactly.
$100,000 nigga on Dykeman, but that's from Mattress Financial.
well, well, there you fucking go. Is there any closing statements? No closing statements from anybody? You're
Closing
shy today.
closing statements. Here we go. I got one.
Mm-hmm.
The most successful people in life know their position, and they play it well. This chick does not know her position, and she is not playing it well.
Kev, anything to say?
Sometimes in life you just gotta sit back and think, what would you do if your son was at home, crying on alone on the bedroom floor? He's hungry.
Hungry.
Yo, y'all motherfuckers, I love y'all niggas. Alright, we're gonna see everybody next week. Tune in again. This has been the Random Notes Podcast featuring ToneZ, Kev, and the Queen. Y'all have a good night. Y'all have a good week. Talk to y'all.
Good night.